Multicultural education is an important element of teaching in our globalised world. Catherine Stevens sat down with William Headlam, a teacher at Port Jackson Public School, an inner-city school in Sydney with a high population of Aboriginal students. They discussed some of the important aspects of teaching in a culturally sensitive and inclusive way. How do you believe multiculturalism affects how teachers teach and how students learn?
Multiculturalism in the classroom means that students' cultures affect the ways they learn. For example, Aboriginal students tend to learn visually and holistically, focusing on the whole task or concept before addressing the details. This means that teachers need to teach in a way that addresses the whole and provides students with visual elements such as learning maps and visualisation to serve as a reference point for learning. They also have a cultural aversion to direct questioning, which means that teachers must frame discussions in a non-confrontational manner.
What effect does multiculturalism have on classroom management and how is this addressed?
Multiculturalism in the classroom creates management issues for teachers at PJPS, as different cultures display different behaviours and have different experiences depending on their ethnicity. At PJPS, Aboriginal students have often historically experienced verbal harassment and put-downs from their non-Aboriginal peers, leading to inequities in their confidence, opportunities and educational success. As a result, PJPS has developed a school-wide policy on cultural equity and conflict resolution. In the classroom, teachers are encouraged to analyse all of their students' beliefs and biases, and use transformative and social action approaches to address these preconceptions.
Does this school apply any of the content integration approaches as outlined by Banks?
Port Jackson Public School teachers apply all of the content integration approaches into its curriculum in the following ways. The contribution approach. Teachers at PJPS integrate special occasions and prominent ethnic figures of all its cultural groups into the existing curriculum, giving an insight into some of the importance of these figures and occasions in their own culture. The additive approach. This approach is integrated in a similar way and can be included into the existing curriculum. For example, when teachers are at PGPS are teaching a history unit on Australian settlement, they will include a section on Australian Aboriginals and the impact of settlement on them. Transformation approach. This approach differs from the first two as it provides different ethnic and cultural perspectives and infuses frames of reference and ideas that facilitate deeper understanding. For example, in this study about why settlement in Australia, students might focus on the impact of a stolen generation on the Aboriginal people from both a European and Aboriginal perspective. The social action approach. This approach allows students to question their own beliefs, apply new knowledge and make decisions about how to address cultural inequity within their own school or communities.
How do you integrate children from different backgrounds into your classroom?
Successful integration of cultures into the classroom requires the teacher to have pedagogical and cultural knowledge of different cultures, along with empathy, understanding and patience to negotiate different ideas and value systems. At PJPS, teachers try to create a tolerant and respectful atmosphere between Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal students and families, encouraging the cultural identity of students, giving non-Aboriginal students and families a better understanding of Aboriginal culture, discouraging stereotypes and entering into partnerships with parents to ensure that the ethos of tolerance and understanding is supported at home.
As an individual, how do you feel your personal background affects the way you teach, and how do you think students respond to you because of your cultural background?
The Aboriginal kids and their families are usually extremely wary of me at the outset, as I am of English-Spanish extraction, but I always make the effort to communicate with their families and engage with and seek advice from the elders. This is a great way to learn more about their rich culture and also helps to create a bond of trust. Non-Aboriginal students also respond well, as they see that I am empathetic to all students regardless of culture, and they respond well to the atmosphere of tolerance and understanding that we create together.